Hi everyone, my name is Splin and every Friday I issue a video digest of the motorcycle news. On October 27, BMW officially released its upgraded R1250R Roadster. The upgrade is not huge, but is an important one. Let's have a closer look. The engine is the same, but it was retuned to optimize balance between power delivery, fuel consumption and emissions. Also, there are no specific numbers quoted. Key engine specs are the following: capacity of 1254 cc, shift cam delivering 136 horsepower at 7250 rpm and a meaningful 143 Nm of torque at 6250 rpm. The motorcycle has new LED headlights, day running lights and turn lights. As an option you can order cornering lights. Light is not the only change in the appearance of the motorcycle. Rear part has been redesigned and the dashboard has been updated to the latest version. As for electronic assistance, the base model has dynamic traction control, cornering ABS, dynamic braking control and 3 riding modes including Eco. The dashboard will also have a sport mode. The motorcycle has USB ports and a power output to connect electronic devices. In case of an accident, the motorcycle can automatically call emergency. Also, this option is available only on some of the markets. Let's have a look at the available options. First of all, one can buy a solo version of the motorcycle, without passenger seat and pegs. It seems a bit weird to me, as this is not a track-oriented motorcycle and it's similar to selling in a powerful 3 Series BMW car without back seats. In case you go for a 2-seat motorcycle, you can also get those seats heated as an option. One can also upgrade the bike with spoked wheels. I'm wondering if going for a solo version with spoked wheels unlocks a Frankenstein achievement or a similar one for the rider. The motorcycle is available in 2 color schemes, Sport and Triple Black. The price has not been announced yet. Now it's time for some really new stuff. Ducati have presented the Diavel V4, long awaited by power cruiser enthusiasts. Let's see what the motorcycle is about. No surprise with the engine. It's a V4 Gran Turismo derived from this Mercedes Stradale with a capacity of 1158 cc, delivering 168 horsepower and 126 Nm of torque in Diavel adjusted version. This is not the highest torque in power cruiser world, but the dynamics of the bike is just crazy. The quite heavy cruiser accelerates to 100 km/h in less than 3 seconds. To reduce fuel consumption and emissions, the 2 rear cylinders automatically turn off at low speed or when stopped. Ducati specifically highlights that the engine service interval is now 60,000 km. The suspension is fully adjustable at the upside-down fork and a monoshock at the rear. The brakes are Brembo style Limo with 330 mm discs, quite impressive. Dry weight is 211 kg. Curb weight without fuel is 223 kg, as much as 13 kg off compared to Diavel 1260S, which is surprising in the light of 2 additional cylinders. Gross weight has not been announced yet, but it's presumably above 240 kg. Another interesting point in my view is the seat. Passenger seat has a cover to create a more sporty look. The cover can be uninstalled in case you want to take a passenger with you. The bike also has hidden passenger handle. As a result, the rear part of the bike looks light and streamlined. To complete the picture, we have 240 mm wide rear tire. Despite such an appearance, the motorcycle has a comfortable riding position. The pegs are in neutral position, neither in front nor at the back, and handlebar is quite high. As for electronics, the motorcycle has a 5-inch TFT dashboard with smartphone connectivity. Turn-by-turn navigation is available as an option. There are 4 riding modes: Sport, Touring, Urban and Wet. Cornering ABS, traction control and wheelie control are adjustable, cruise control, launch control and quick shifter are also part of the electronic package. It goes without saying, Ducati offers a range of accessories for the bike. It's a cruiser after all. The Ducatistas who know well the history of the brand can also order a dry clutch, but also it's not certified for use on public roads. The motorcycle has 2 color schemes, red and black. Specifications can vary market by market. The base price in the United States is $27,000. Next piece of news will be interesting to those who admire sport Yamahas. After the release of R7 based on MT-07, it was quite logical to do same trick with MT-09 to come up with a 3-cylinder sport bike. There were rumors that the model was under development as Yamaha registered the rights for the name of YZF-R9 in summer 2021. Now these rumors got further development as Yamaha registered a logo for R9 in similar style to the other sport bikes in the range. Of course, that doesn't automatically mean development of the bike, but quite often such a sequence of events results in the launch of new model. In this case, this would be the fourth sport bike in Yamaha range. Now we have entry-level R3, R7 for advanced riders and flagship R1. So it makes a lot of sense to fill the gap between 74 horsepower R7 and 198 horsepower R1 with an R9. Now let's talk about gear. Leatt presented its flagship carbon enduro helmet called 9.5 Carbon. What's interesting about the model? First of all, it's ECE 2206 certified. I have a separate video on the standard, but it's currently only on Russian. Secondly, the helmet is light, comfortable and has interesting technologies like 360 turbine, which reduce the risk of brain concussion by 30% and the risk of damage related to acceleration of head spinning by 40%. The special disc made of energy-absorbing material between helmet lining and shock-absorbent polystyrene. These discs allow for the head spinning slightly within the helmet to reduce brain acceleration in case of an accident. All that with a weight of 1250 grams. The helmet is very light due to carbon. The price for the helmet, including goggles, is 640 USD. There is an Indian company, Ola Electric, which has been highly successful in India. They managed to produce really cheap yet nice ISK, which became extremely successful with riders. The model S1 Air, for example, costs as little as 972 USD. As a result, it is currently the fastest growing e-mobility company in India. And now the head of the company announces the plans to expand into electric motorcycles, into mass market, medium and premium segments. He also mentions that it's much easier to launch innovations in motorcycle industry than in car industry, and that the company will make more specific announcements next year. In addition to that, he said that all the Indian electric motorcycles produced in India do not appeal to him at all. In the light of the success of the company in e-mobility segment, it would be really interesting to see its offering in the segment of electric motorcycles. And a cool fact for you: market share of e-scooters in the density cities like Delhi is already 40%. On October 25th, Honda presented its own charging and battery swap station called Honda Power Pack Exchanger E, which will support Honda fast replacement batteries. The first station will be launched in Tokyo. Honda will develop these stations not only in Japan, but also in India, where the batteries will be used by three-wheeler rickshaw taxis. From consumer standpoint, the system is super convenient. You apply a card to the terminal, insert your low-power battery and get a new one which is 100% charged. The batteries are placed at a special angle, which makes replacing batteries easy and convenient. Charging starts automatically with no extra actions required. For Honda, it's a bit more complex. Honda has a cloud-based station management system which monitors battery charging levels, station locations, user registration, payments and batteries cooling. If the station is fully utilized, it can be easily connected to another station or several stations, just like Lego. No other markets in addition to Japan and India have been mentioned in the plans. Last point for today, let's have a look how Ducati motorcycles are assembled at Bologna's factory. By the way, Ducati holds factory tours, so anyone can come there and see how the bikes are assembled. Also, some of the workshops are closed for visitors. I've been there myself and it's an interesting place. I attach a link to the description of this video. By following this link, you will see the assembly process of V4 engine, a workshop for superleggera carbon frames with thermography, ultrasound, tomography and 3D scanning, and finally assembly of the bike itself. The video has two parts, with the second part being devoted to Honda ATV's factory. Maybe you will also find it interesting. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe. I would appreciate your feedback and comments. See you next Friday.